1861. The United States is far from united. Out of control division has split the nation. The beginning of the American Civil War. Today, this nation is arguably more divided. History reveals that an ever-increasing divided nation is firmly on the road to conflict. As Abraham Lincoln himself said, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." Could a second civil war be on the horizon? Or is there time to change direction, to get off this wretched road? For division to exist, there needs to be a separation of groups and beliefs. In the Civil War, this was between the North and South, or Union and Confederate. Of course, there were many issues that led to dissension. However, the issue of slavery was by far the most contentious and impactful, leading to conflict and later war. Check out one of my older videos on this issue, link will be in the description. In today's divided world, the groups are separated by left versus right, conservative versus liberal, and many other groups. They share many similar issues to the past, but perhaps without an overwhelming top issue. Today's contentious issues include race, gender, sexual orientation, the environment, and much more. You barely have to open your eyes to see division in the Western world today. In recent years, we've seen an increase in protests and demonstrations, including the scale and size, especially this past year with the George Floyd protest, by far the largest United States protest on record. 4 out of 5 of the largest protests across the United States have occurred since 2017. We're in the middle of enormous political polarization. Starting from 1994, this chart shows the movement of the political divide through to 2017. Watch the gap increase in the centre. That's political division. Think about the hostility and hate during the latest US election and its continuation. What we are seeing is an alarming increase in radical activity. People are more willing to take extreme action. Violent riots and attacks, civil unrest, huge spikes in terrorist actions and mass shootings. Hate groups are at an all-time high. Extremist groups are becoming more popular, and traditional views are becoming more radical. People are seeking change. So why are people feeling the need to take action? Some reasons include people experiencing feelings of marginalization, discrimination, lack of opportunity and support, conflict and war, inequality and injustice. So what is the root of the problem, the main cause of division today? The largest cause? Technology, internet, and social media. People are attracted to those who are similar to themselves. On social media, this is easier than ever before to accomplish. Groups of any kind can find people they relate to. This is known as homophily. It can be good in some instances, but it also creates a number of problems. People can find groups of any kind that they relate to, even extremist or hate-filled groups. Singer and Brookings says, the implication is that groups of people, especially like-minded people, will end up thinking the same that they did before, but in more extreme forms. This is dangerous for society. Not only are extreme groups going to have more extreme views through homophily, but more traditional groups will become more radical too. This is exactly what we are seeing. More radical views from the masses. Division is sparked when these groups clash. This happens when individuals believe that people think the same as they do. When people show a different point of view, they respond with outrage. Social media is largely responsible. People are often only seeing the world from one viewpoint and believing it as the only truth. Social media is designed like this, for you to consume information you want to hear. A large difference between now and the Civil War is the mode of communication and information. Today, it has never been easier to insult, ridicule, taunt, and hate behind the keyboard, but this eventually comes out in physical reality. A second civil war is unlikely today. However, conflict that could tear the United States and the Western world apart is looking dangerously close. It can be avoided, but society and individuals must change. This can be done through awareness of confirmation bias and propaganda, especially on social media. Watch this video for more on these issues, link will be in the description. We can also take some advice from Abraham Lincoln. Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends? I have never seen a person change their mind by being hatefully told they are wrong. That sounds like a great way to make an enemy, but why not take Abe's approach? Treat the enemy like a friend. It doesn't mean you have to believe what they believe, and let's not naively expect someone with a different point of view to magically believe us, but it gives them a far greater chance of turning to your way of thinking, or even you giving their way of thinking a chance, or at the very least some thought. This, along with rational, critical thinking about what is best for society and individuals, gives us a much greater chance to make the right choices for our future. Thanks for listening. I hope to see you next time on the History Nexus.